Okay, this video is what's the difference between social and nutritional thinking? And in my experience, most people are good at social thinking. You remember in high school, there's a lot of kids that were jerks, but by the time you go to your 10-year reunion or something, most people got pretty good manners. They're pretty polite. Hi, how you doing? Nice to see you. And there's ways of socially getting along with people that we learn with time. And you say things like everything in moderation, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And that's good for getting along with people. However, what I see is the average person, when it comes to medical thinking or nutritional thinking, they're hopeless, ignoramus, absolutely stupid. The vast majority of people I deal with, they do the wrong thing all the time and they suffer terrible. And so, what I'm trying to make the point is nutritional thinking is very different than social thinking. Social thinking is kind of easygoing, middle of the pack is a good place to be. In health, you don't want to be middle of the pack. You want to be 99 percentile. You want to, get out there and be as healthy as you can. As you get older, the body's more fragile. Your immune system doesn't function quite as well. You don't have as much nitric oxide in the arteries. You don't have as many endothelial stem cells. So you don't want to mess around. Plus, you hit tipping points and people just go downhill. So the smart move is just have good diet and good habits, and you can avoid almost all these problems are due to diet and toxins, and they're easy to avoid if you just know them. Okay, so good nutritional thinking is kind of absolutist. People go through the public school system in America, and it just makes them stupid. And what I'm trying to say is you should be very self-righteous and absolutist about certain things that are important, and once you learn about animal foods, regard them as poisons and do not ever eat them. Okay? All oils, they're like a poison. Never eat them. Why would you want to poison yourself? Like everything in moderation is absolutely stupid. You don't want to put good food on one half of your plate, bad food on the other. You want to put good food on both sides of your plate. Processed sweets are a poison. Never eat them. High-fat foods are bad. There's the weird potential special exception in nuts, but I'm not a fan of nuts. One spoonful on a holiday or something. Caffeine's bad. Just made a video recently about caffeine. Alcohol's bad. I would never drink alcohol. And the psychology matters. What I've seen is if people think, oh, this sucks, why, how come I can't, drink alcohol and caffeine and eat meat and oil on my food? A little bit won't hurt. They have crappy outcomes. They often cheat, relapse, go off their diet, they get sick. And man, they suffer a lot. It's an illusion that people say, oh, don't you want to enjoy life? There's nothing fun about being impotent, fat, and sick, becoming unattractive. And they suffer a ton. Every hospital, I guarantee you, in America has a whole bunch of doctors that can't wait to operate on you, chop you up, give you a bunch of drugs. And that is the way, people who eat meat and oils, they all get surgerized and medicated, and they typically suffer a lot, then die. It's no fun, all day long. Blindness, amputation, infarction, stroke, anyways, bowel obstruction. If you're grateful, you say that, gee, thank God there's a safe path through all this health danger. You have an attitude of gratitude. It's easy to be healthy. It's not rocket science. Eat plant foods, don't eat animal foods. Okay, and then here's the Psalm 23. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no illness, for the vegan diet is with me.